welcome back. And today we are going to discuss the question set 19. So over here, where it says two new students have been admitted to grade 11 of the school. Their details are listed in the table below. Enter that information in the student table. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the insert query again, and I'm going to insert into the student table. And so I'm going to insert to the student table. Okay, this is my student table. So I already have 8 students over here. So I have to insert the index number, first name, last name, gender, contact number, and the class ID. So first of all, let's write all the columns that we need to add. So the first column is going to be index number. Second column is going to be first name. The third column is going to be the last name. And then we have the gender. Next we have the contact number. And finally we have class name. It's going to be the class ID. Right, and now I'm going to add the values. So the index number is going to be STU009. And okay, so the first name is going to be Aman B. And then the last name is going to be J. And gender is going to be female. And then we have data, which is going to be contact number. And finally, class. So the class is 11A, and 11A has the ID number 1, so I'm going to put on that. And I'm going to copy this and paste it here. I'm going to change this to number 10, and the person is going to be Natasha, and then Lumina Stena. Also going to change, and class is going to be 11B, and 11B has an ID of 2. I'm going to execute this, and I'm going to see the data and refresh it. So as you can see, we have updated the 2 new students to our student table. And then we have to see the second question where it says index number STU004. Student last name should be changed to Moses. Write the relevant SQL query. So student number 4 has the name Amanda Tilakaratna. And they're saying the last name should be changed to Moses. So I have to use the update query for this. So I have to update, and I have to update the student table. And I have to set the last name to Moses. And then I have to say whose last name should I change. And I have to change the last name of the students whose index number is STU004. So I have to say change the student's last name to Moses of the index number STU004. Okay, so let's execute this, and let's go to the data and refresh it. And as you can see, the last name changed to Moses. And then it says Natasha Vimlasena student's contact number should be changed to this one, write the relevant SQL query. So I have to update the same student table, and I have to set the contact number. So I have to put that column name over there. And then I have to copy this contact number over here. And I have to write the SQL query, and I have to indicate whose contact number I'm going to change. So I'm going to change the contact number of the student whose name is Natasha Vimlasena. So I'm going to say first name is equal to Natasha. I'm going to use the AND statement, and I'm going to say the last name is going to be Vimlasena. Okay, so let's execute this. Let's see the contact number. Okay. Okay, now it's all good. So let's go to the data and refresh it. Okay, so as you can see, the contact number of Natasha has been updated to the number that they have given. And the fourth question is Natasha Vimlasena transferred schools before the first term examination. Therefore, remove the student information about the student from the table. So in order to remove a student's table, we have to use a delete query. So first of all, we have to put the delete query. And I have to say from where should I delete? So I have to delete from the student table. And I should not delete all the students' records. So I have to specifically say whose data I'm going to delete. So I'm going to delete Natasha's data. Therefore, I have to use the where statement to say that delete the student whose first name is equal to Natasha. And the last name is equal to Vimlasena. So I'm going to execute this and go to data and refresh it. So Natasha is right here. I'm going to refresh it. And as you can see, Natasha got disappeared and got deleted. And then we have to find a fifth question where it says find out the details of all the students in the school. So now we have to use the select query. So they're saying us to find all the details of the students. So I can put an asterisk there to say select all from the student table. So if I execute this, as you can see the results, I have all the details of the students in the school. And then it says find the marks of mathematics subject of all the students in the first term. Okay. So let's see how to use queries and join queries to find the data for the sixth question now. So first of all, we have to see what should we select or what should we search. So we have to select all the marks. So where do we have the marks? Marks is there in the student exam mark record table. So we have to select the marks column from this table, but I need the marks of the mathematics subject. But math subject is in another table, right? So therefore, I will have to I have to join them. So I have to inner join the subject table, and then I have to say student dot the student exam. I have to inner join both the tables. So I have to select the subject ID, and the subject ID should be equal to the subject ID should be equal to the subject ID in the subject table. And now I have to say the condition where subject name should be equal to mathematics. And if I execute this, I'll be able to get all the students' marks of mathematics. So we can check this as well using the data over here. So we have 50, and then we have 80, and then we have 78.2. So we have 50, and then 80, and then to see the subject ID, which is 1. So 50, 44.12 or 50.12. Okay, there you go. So the marks are all updated. 80, 75, I have 70.24, and I have all these marks. Right. Then I have to find all the marks obtained by all the students in the first term, the single language and subject. So I have to obtain the marks. So that is in the student exam mark record table. And then I have to find the first term and the single language. So I have to join 3 tables over here. So I'm going to select, I'm going to erase all of this. So I have to select the mark from this table and I have to inner join they're saying the first term. So I have to inner join the exam term table. Exam term table on student dot exam term ID should be equal to the term ID of exam term table. And then I have to put the conditions. I have to say where, and also I forgot one thing, that is I have to inner join again another table, and that is the subject table on the subject ID should be equal to the subject ID in the subject table. Then I have to put the where statement, and I have to say the first term, sorry, the term name should be equal to first term, and the subject name should be equal to the subject that we gave over here. Let's see. So we have Sinhala language and literature. It is a subject name. And then we can execute this statement. Let's see. Okay, so here are the marks of the Sinhala language subject of the first term. So you can check this. So you can see that so first term Sinhala. So Sinhala has the number 3 and we have 78.6 and 78 point. No, we have to see the first term. So 78.6, and then we have 75, 78.6 and 5, and yes, as you can see, we have got all the correct data. Then I have to see the 8th question. See the question. It says Amandi Vijay Sinha entered another school from this school before the first term examination due to receiving a scholarship. Remove the information on the student from the student table. So here's the student table. Let's see. Okay, so I have to delete this. Delete the details of Amandi over here. So I have to use the delete query. Delete from the student. And I have to delete the student at where first name is equal to Amandi and last name is equal to Vijay Singh by, okay, this should be in single quotations. So let's go to the data and let's refresh it and see. And okay, we have successfully executed our query. So that's it for the 19th question, and let me take in the 20th question. Thank you for watching.